A very good afternoon, and thanks for clicking on to the Wednesday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. I'm sitting along the shores of Loch Broom, just outside Ullapool, and yeah, it's actually a beautiful day. A little bit cloudy. I don't know if you can see. I'm unloading fish feed, and yeah, so I don't know how clear that actually is for you, but yeah, I'm sitting outside Ullapool. Yesterday morning, I started off in Cambridgeshire. The morning before that, I started off in Doncaster and moved my way down to two sites in Essex, then in the Maidstone in Kent. Almost got stuck. I don't know if anybody lives down around that way or you're familiar with that area. Just below Maidstone, I got myself into a little bit of a pickle getting into roads that really it was actually tight for a car, never mind a truck. It was a nightmare, I must admit. But yeah, I'm up near home now. I'm only about an hour and 15 minutes away from the depot. But yeah, bouncing up and down the length and breadth of the British Isles for another work week, but it keeps things interesting at least. So anyway, high pressure in control across the UK at the moment, squeezed by areas of low pressure both to the north and to the south. You notice the trough over Iberia extend into France, so the temperatures are back below normal, believe it or not, in parts of Iberia after 4 or 5 days ago we're talking about temperatures into the 40s. So this transient back and forth pattern continues for western portions of Europe. Temperatures were cool across the UK. They're now warming back up once again as we see an area of high pressure kind of extend from the central Atlantic into the UK and drawn some warm air at 850 into the UK, increasing not only the temperature but also humidity levels as well, and the temperatures are responding even under cloudy skies here near Ullapool. We're talking about temperatures in the high teens, but in the sunshine, 23 degrees at Dice Airport currently. We've got 23, 24, 26 down on the south coast at the moment here. Hopefully that is not a bad sign that I've lost internet. We will see what happens. Is it going to come back up again? That is the question. Anyway, looking at the 2 meter temperature anomalies globally at the moment, we're sitting on 0.3 Celsius above normal, northern hemisphere, half a degree above normal. We've got warmth across the UK and Ireland today, as you can see here. Like I say, cooler than normal across most of Iberia, warmer than normal across France, Low Countries, central and southern portions of Europe, far eastern portions of Europe seeing below normal temperatures, as you can see here. What is very noteworthy, however, is this area of cooler than normal across North India and into Pakistan. Now, this is a region that typically sees extreme heat, especially ahead of the monsoon. Once the monsoon season kicks in, we'll see the rains developing across northern portions of India. Temperatures do come down. But we're actually seeing, in terms of the global region, if you will, out with Antarctica, this is actually the coolest region in the world compared to normal, which is very interesting indeed. Cooler than normal, so much so that we're talking about temperatures in Islamabad that typically would be in the 30s, even the 40s at this time of the year. Maximum temperature yesterday was only 23 Celsius, which is 72 Fahrenheit. Higher elevations of India at 2,650 meters above sea level had a high of just 7.5 Celsius, with rain and higher elevations of even snowfall. You can see this video here of the snow falling in parts of Pakistan and India, as you can see here. Pretty amazing stuff actually, and it just goes to show how weird and wacky the weather pattern has been in recent times. Now remember, I showed you in yesterday's video sea surface temperatures. This was one version. I showed you another version which was a lot cooler than this. Yesterday we've got a boiling hot Mediterranean, we've got a warm North Atlantic, cooler area across the central North Atlantic, warmer in the tropics. This, however, is the difference between temperatures at the beginning of the month versus the current period here. So this is actually Monday the 20th, which was obviously Monday just passed, and you can see here a notable area of below normal temperatures in the North Atlantic here. Very warm up against the European coastline, as you can expect, based on the fact that we've seen such hot temperatures. This is what the water temperatures were like back at the start of the month. Notably warmer back then. This was Wednesday, the 1st of June, by the way, versus now. And you can see here that we've dropped the water temperatures quite significantly west of the British Isles. Why would that be the case? Troughiness, low pressure, obviously unsettled weather, stirring up the sea surface and dragging colder water from below up to the surface. It's amazing how quickly you can cool the skin temperature of the ocean based on weather conditions above, and that is a great representation of that. So you can see here back at the beginning of June, a lot warmer, closer to Europe than what we have now. Mediterranean actually has warmed further over the western portion of the basin in the last 20 days, and of course the reason why is it's a landlocked body of water, and of course when you've got hot conditions, that the water temperature tends to heat up even quicker than what it does in the open ocean. And of course that is the reason why we see inland bodies of water in hot areas, i.e. the Persian Gulf, for example, the Black Sea, even the Baltic Sea to an extent as well. These areas of water, when you've got hot weather in place for a period of time, they tend to heat up, like I say, even quicker than what you do in the oceans here. But that is certainly an interesting take on things, the cooling of the Atlantic to the west of the British Isles here. And even surrounding the UK, the temperatures have come down, I think, based on this chart overall. Looking at this is, of course, going back to the GFS current 500 millibar height anomaly chart at the moment. You can see here, as we play through the loop, what takes place is that area of high pressure eventually kind of moves on to the east, and then the area of troughiness, low pressure to the south of the UK, eventually joins forces with low pressure, so to say. I'll get there in the end. So basically, the area of low pressure south of the UK and to the west of France, that hooks up with an area of low pressure up towards Iceland, and then moves bodily into the UK by the time we reach the weekend here. So we're back into the unsettled, disturbed, fresher weather. So it's this, like I say, continuation of back and forth in the weather pattern across the UK and across Western Europe. Certainly no heat wave to speak about over the weekend. Spain, Portugal, France, Low Countries, UK as well. We've got a lot of warm weather, however, moving up towards the northeast of Europe, as you can see here. So yeah, a very transient, very back and forth, weird, wacky kind of weather during the majority of summer's opening month, as you can see here. And finally, I've posted an article with regards to the heat wave that we've just seen over the European continent, more so than the UK. Maximum temperature only 32.7 Celsius. It only lasted 36 hours, so it wasn't a heat wave in the UK. However, it was very much a heat wave on the continent. And I talk about the ingredients all coming together once again for an historic heat wave for particularly France, but also for Spain as well. And I'll look at some of the driving mechanisms that produced that extreme weather situation for the western portion of the continent. So I'll look into that in a little bit of detail. I do encourage you to go to marvelonweather.com and check out that article. It was only released this Wednesday morning. I will leave a link to the article in the description below if you're interested. So please look at that and even if you want to drop a comment in the section below to let me know what you thought about the comments that I've made with regards to the climatic driving mechanism that produced the record heatwave across Western Europe. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. I will hopefully be back again tomorrow with more. And as always, looking at not just the UK and Europe, but the global weather picture and an unbiased opinion regarding climate change. Have a great day. Bye for now.